Hello everyone and welcome to our channel.
As frequent visitors to Las Vegas, we love finding affordable dining options in order to maximize our travel budget, and we know that if you're watching this video, you probably do too.
It's no secret that costs are on the rise, and not only in Las Vegas, but all across the USA. With many restaurants on the Las Vegas Strip pricing out more and more customers, it's getting harder to find a quality meal that won't cost an arm and a leg. Luckily, we're doing the legwork for you.
Since they say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, in today's episode, we're bringing you a sequel to one of our most viewed videos on the channel, and we'll be taking you to 5 more Las Vegas restaurants where you can find a cheap breakfast.
And in an effort to showcase what your hard-earned dollar dues can get you in 2026, at each establishment we visit, we'll showcase 2 entrees, ranging from the cheapest on the menu to a maximum of $25 in order to give you a wider variety of price points and meal options for your consideration.
So rise and shine and stick around, because breakfast is served on today's episode of James and Paul Try It All.
That is a big cock.
Oh, he's shaky. Never.
Oh, is he? Oh. I think far too many people have fondled that cock.
Right. Who doesn't love a big cock?
That's what she said.
Alrighty, everyone, for our first stop here in the video today, we're going to be hitting up the Crack Shack located at Park MGM. Now, they serve breakfast from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. daily, so let's go check them out and see what they've got to offer. Alrighty, friends, we have got our breakfast here at Crack Shack. Now, I'm going with the least expensive menu item. I went with the biscuits and gravy because, frankly, that sounds delicious. I love biscuits and gravy. It's a good, hearty American breakfast. Their biscuits and gravies can be a giant biscuit with maple chicken sausage gravy and a sunny side up egg. This looks sexy. For $11 is what this costs. Very reasonable in my mind. Obviously, everyone's opinion of what prices are is going to vary depending on what your income is, but I think that's pretty reasonable for what we're getting here on the Las Vegas Strip. Let's just go in straight for a little bit of biscuit, a little bit of gravy. Let's try this. The biscuit's a little dense, but not in a bad way. He definitely does a good job of holding up that, with that gravy. Gravy seasoned pretty decently, good amount of salt to it. Let's now pop that egg. Get some nice eggy yolk. Not as yolky as I would like. That's okay. There we go. Yes, sexy. That looks so goopy and delicious. That's a symphony of flavor. You know, all for 11 bucks, not a bad price. Also about a $4 soda. I think that's a little pricey, but that's not bad. It's a limited refill, so I can fill up a gallon of Pepsi if I want to. I don't, because I'm a Coke guy. Why is Vegas so dead set on having Pepsi everywhere? I really hate that.
Now, I went with the most expensive breakfast option here, under $25, and that is going to be the Senor Croque. Now, the Senor Croque consists of fried chicken breast, bacon, runny egg, white cheddar, miso maple butter on a brioche. Oh my God, that just sounds like a lot of flavors. It sounds amazing. And look how thick this sandwich is. It's pretty thick. Here's the best part. The price is only $15.50, which I know some people might say, hey, that's a lot for a breakfast sandwich, but look how thick this is. Let's take a bite. Oh my God.
I'm so glad that the egg didn't just burst out everywhere on the bottom, because that always happens to us on camera.
Now, first things first, that chicken breast is moist. I'm not sure how they do the frying process, but I'm sure it's like a flash fry, but wow. It pairs well with the egg, the bacon. If you're looking for breakfast on the Vegas Strip at an affordable price.
That's not a McDonald's.
That's not a McDonald's McGriddle. This is a great option. I'm gonna take one more bite here. Now, I will say one funny thing about this is that the yolk has not popped yet. I haven't gotten to the yolk, so we haven't had the little yolk explosion.
So many videos.
So many videos, I'll bite into the sandwich and then just plop. Let's see if we can get to that yolk though.
I mean, I do love an egg on a sandwich, but it's so messy. Want to trade?
Yeah, let's trade. I really want to, there we go, let's swap. Now I'm gonna dig into this biscuit and gravy. Yeah, for $11, this is a great.
I would come back for that.
I would totally come back for this. Oh my God.
It's all right, let's give this a bite. That chicken is so moist and juicy and delicious. The egg is cooked perfectly. The bun is soft like a cloud and buttery as a good brioche should be. I have no complaints about this. Absolutely worth the $15.50. Now we're gonna try and eat as much of this as possible, but because we are filming 5 different spots, we actually have to go have a second breakfast here very shortly. So we'll be back when we're on our way to our next stop.
All right, everyone, for stop number 2 on our cheap breakfast, let's go to Flights. Now, I hear they have some cheap deals on flights for breakfast, as well as some cocktail flights, so let's see what we end up ordering. 3 drinks, $15 all day, every day. Oh, what's the tap to view menu? The tap does not work. I'm sure we'll find out when we're inside.
1 minute later.
So we are seated here at Flights, and I just have to say I love the theme. We're at Planet Hollywood, where there's a lot of cheap and affordable options. Now, I decided that you can't start breakfast off without a flight of mimosas.
I mean, we are at Flights after all.
Exactly. Let's start off with this mimosa flight. Now, the flavors here are going to be peach, strawberry, and orange. Let's give this a sip. That is orange. That's a pretty fun mimosa.
If you've had a mimosa,
that you've had this one.
yeah,
Now let's try the strawberry.
that sounds lovely.
That's refreshing. Now this would be the type of mimosa I would have if we were having brunch on a beach. Now we're gonna move on to my favorite, peach. And I say it's my favorite because I don't get to have enough peach because James does not like peach.
I hate peaches.
Peaches, 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 peaches. Ah!
Absolutely hate them.
So I mean, you forgo shrimp, I can forgo peach. Now I can finally enjoy it.
I didn't used to hate peaches as a kid. I mean, I didn't like fruit cocktails or anything like that. But you know what really just solidified my hate for peaches was peach schnapps.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Peach schnapps is horrible.
yeah.
Don't be in your early 20s, kids. Don't do that, no.
I may have gotten sick on peach schnapps one time, and now I just don't like peaches.
Even I don't like peach schnapps. But this peach mimosa is delicious.
I'm gonna sneak in and steal this strawberry one.
Okay, my favorite so far is the peach. I think I should give James this a taste.
The strawberry is kind of subtle too, but I like it. All right, let's try the peach. I'm getting more bubbly than I am, peach actually. I think the peach is all in the bottom, but I don't want to like drink all that, sparkling wine there because I'm sure it's not champagne, not for that price. But it's fine. It's if you want to have 3 drinks for $15, this is a great way to do it.
We're gonna move on and wait for our other flights to come out. Cheers.
All right, our flights have arrived. I'm loving this gimmick. I can't even lie. Why haven't we come here sooner? We always want to focus more on the cheaper options because it'd be great for our wallet, but also at the same time, we're bougie bitches and we love the fancy overpriced options too. But that's why we're doing this video, we're catching up. So I went with the cheapest option, which is $14.95. This is their French toast flight, and you have 3 different types of French toast. You got classic French toast, strawberries and cream, and bananas Foster. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the original classic French toast, and then we'll work our way across the board here. A little bit of syrup, let's just go a little drizzle. Oh, it's very soft. Seems like it might be a challah bread. Yeah, that's good. It's French toast. Is it mind-blowing or the best French toast I've ever had in my life? Absolutely not, no. But you know what? If you like French toast, all the right flavors are there. Let's try the strawberries and cream. Get a little bit of whipped cream, get a little bit of strawberry goo and a little strawberry on there. Again, a solid piece of French toast. Let's move on to the bananas Foster. Now, normally I'm not a bananas Foster kind of guy. I'm really weird about bananas. I like bananas like in their purest form, but that's about it. So let's give it a taste. It's not bad. I'm sure if you like bananas, and bananas Foster, you're probably gonna like that. Quality for the price for basically 3 whole pieces of French toast. This is great for sharing for $15. 2 people can split this.
Now for our other flight, we decided to go with a cast iron hash flight. There are 3 different options here. One is steak, one is chicken, and one is pulled pork.
That was $19.95 for 3 little mini cast iron flights. Again, this could easily be shared between 2 people.
Let's go ahead and give this a bite. Because it is served with the egg on top, I should probably crack that yolk.
You really should, yes.
Okay, we're gonna start here with the steak. Let's take a look at that beautiful yolk. Oh, that is a beautiful yolk pop. Now the steak looks more like carne asada. Breakfast potatoes look like your standard restaurant cube breakfast potatoes. Let's give this a bite. I will definitely give it this, because we always give our honest opinions here. For $19.95, this is not a bad deal to have 3 separate cast iron skillets of hash. Now, is this the best mind-blowing steak I've had on a hash? Absolutely not. I like the combination of everything in it, but I will say this is definitely a situation where you're getting what you pay for, but I'm not mad at 20 bucks for 3 things of hash presented beautifully.
Right, it's a filling breakfast for an affordable price.
It doesn't have to be mind-blowing. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the pulled pork. Pop that yolk. Got some bell peppers in here.
I love bell peppers in a hash.
Okay, so first off, I'm liking the pulled pork better than that steak. It's moist. And I'm gonna go feed a little to James because he needs to try some of that pulled pork.
Oh,
That is moist pork.
fatty and rich and good, yeah.
Yeah, now the one thing about pork, and I was a little worried at first glance, is because it's so easy to dry out.
Yeah, pork butt can get dry really easily
Yes.
if you overcook it.
Now I've been droning on, and we haven't even gotten to the chicken yet.
Right.
So let's hop into that chicken. Let's get that chicken. I always feel a lot of times like chicken sometimes gets in the way of getting overshadowed by things. I don't think it's overshadowed. I think the chicken is great, but I'm gonna say that pulled pork one is where it's at. So if I'm gonna rank the 3, 1, 2, 3, they're still delicious, and for $19.95, this is a great breakfast option. I can see myself coming back here just for this.
All right, guys, so that was flights. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed, actually. I was a little worried coming in, but I see why people like it. I love the gimmick and the shtick. We're excited to keep doing this video. We got 3 more stops on the video for you. It'll be a matter of seconds for you, but we're gonna see you tomorrow on it.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with 3 more affordable breakfasts after these messages. We want to extend our sincerest thanks to Jim and Carrie for the recent donation to our channel via YouTube's Super Thanks feature. All funds help support the costs of keeping this channel going, and we want to extend our sincerest thanks to the both of you. If you would like to support the channel, why not leave a super thanks or donate to our PayPal at the QR code on the screen. These small actions help support the channel, and this content is made possible by support from viewers like you.
Hi everyone, we really hope you're enjoying today's video. If you are, be sure and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that cute little bell icon for notifications. Each week we're gonna bring you more Las Vegas hotel reviews, attraction reviews, restaurant reviews, and a whole lot more. Videos released at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate you, we love you, and it means the world to us.
The next morning.
Alrighty everyone, next up on our breakfast list here is gonna be Nacho Daddy, located at the Miracle Mile Shops at Planet Hollywood. Let's go get some breakfast.
We're excited for some Nacho Daddy breakfast.
I'm as excited as I can be. I'm still, I can't lie, I'm hurting this morning. I'm hurting. Let's do this. Oh.
All right, so we've been seated here at Nacho Daddy. We put in our breakfast order for the least expensive item and most expensive, going closest to 25. We've ordered some cocktails. We've got our entrees coming out soon. Let's see how they fare.
So while we're not counting this towards, the cheap breakfast aspect, we did start with a couple cocktails. Sometimes in Vegas, you need a little bit of the hair of the dog. So I've, of course, gone with a Bloody Mary. Shocking, I know. It is delicious. It's robust. It's got a great tomato flavor. It's spicy, and they've got giant olives, and I'm very happy with that. Oh, I forgot to squeeze my lime. You gotta squeeze the lime in the Bloody Mary. There we go. All right. I've already been sipping on it because I couldn't wait.
And while I'm not doing this for hair of the dog, I just wanted their house margarita because when in Vegas, let's give this a sip. That's a great house margarita. It's got all your flavors. Can't complain with it. It's a house margarita. And they do it well. Let's go with salt rim, but A+.
Alrighty guys, so continuing our affordable breakfast, we've gone with the cheapest menu item here, which is gonna be the sausage egg slider. It's a cute little slider breakfast. It's not a huge meal, so if you're looking for something small, just enough to get your day started, this is a good option. Now the sausage and egg slider is gonna be a sausage patty with cheddar cheese, over medium egg, and topped with lettuce and corn chip and pico de gallo, served with a choice of Daddy's mild, medium, or hot salsa. I wanna point out how cheesy that is. That looks so good. I mean, who doesn't love a cheesy breakfast sandwich? I love that there's a corn chip on there. I think that's just a cute, touch. It's Nacho Daddy after all. I'm gonna go in, I think, au naturel first, then we'll try with the salsa. That's good. Cheesy, meaty. The bun is toasty on the outside, but soft on the inside. This was $11.95, so I'm not gonna lie, probably a little pricey for a breakfast sandwich of this size, but for the quality, not gonna complain. Let's try a little dab of salsa and then a bite. That's good. That's really good. No complaints. Absolutely fantastic. I love Nacho Daddy. We've always had wonderful experiences here. I'm so glad they do breakfast. I did have to double check if it was just this location that does breakfast or all their locations. I've been told by the staff all their locations do breakfast 7 days a week.
This is going to be the most expensive item, closest to 25 without going over. This is the steak omelet. The steak omelet is going to consist of marinated filet mignon, fresh pico de gallo, melted cheddar and jack cheese, and it's served with fresh salsa and hash browns. First off, these hash browns, they did put pepper on them, which I am perfectly happy with. You have to do that. They're crispy. They mixed them in, so you get a lot of crisp hash brown just kind of mixed in there. But we're not here just for the hash browns. Let's start with the omelet here.
It looks so fluffy.
So fluffy!
There is a cheese pull to it. Let's give it a bite. This kind of reminds me of the same steak that they put on their nachos. This is all the fun of getting their nachos in omelet form. The eggs are fluffy. The steak is seasoned well. You know, trying it with the salsa. Oh, get that pull.
Oh my
That
God.
is a cheese pull.
That is so cheesy.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
I'm probably gonna regret this bite because it's so big, but we're in Vegas. We don't,
Table etiquette be damned.
classy can come later. Now, further I get in the omelet, that's a lot more cheesy flavor, and I am here for it. Now, one critique I will give on the salsa, it is a little mild for my liking, but it's flavorful. But if you want a little spicier salsa, they did recommend trying some of their Stinger hot sauce. Now, just because my stomach's been a little wonky today, I don't think I want to go that hot with it. They did warn us it's a little higher on the heat level. So I might just enjoy the salsa, but do keep in mind if you want something with a little bit more kick than their house salsa, try the Stinger. Let's take a bite of these hash browns, which, as I said earlier, were very crispy.
I can see that, jeez.
Let's give it a bite. Those are some damn good hash browns. Damn good hash browns. We're gonna go ahead and finish up our breakfast here and get on with the rest of our Vegas day. One thing before we move on to our next spot. Nacho Daddy also has their full menu available all day. So if you come here for breakfast, you are not just limited to this brunch menu, you can also get their full menu, and we highly recommend going with a plate of their nachos. Some of our favorites, Golden Knights nachos, Surf and Turf. So definitely, if you're not feeling breakfast, you have their full menu available. Now we're gonna go ahead and get on to spot number 4, but for you, it'll be a matter of seconds. For us, it will be a whole nother day.
All right, friends, first stop number 4 on our cheap breakfast video. We've got the king of the cheap breakfast, or should I say the Earl of the cheap breakfast, and that's gonna be Earl of Sandwich. Now, Paul and I, for the longest time, have said we weren't gonna showcase it on the channel because everyone else does it. But you know what? Our curiosity is piqued. I've had good experiences eating Earl of Sandwich at Disneyland, and I'm kind of curious to see how their breakfast is. So let's go find out. All right, we've just got our breakfast from Earl of Sandwich. Now, I went with the cheapest menu item for the breakfast, and admittedly, all the sandwiches are $5.99 a la carte. I got the sausage, egg, and cheddar sandwich here for $5.99. Now, I did make it a combo for an additional $5.49, which I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's kind of a little pricey to make it a combo because that just means a drink and some chips or a cookie. They're really, every place in Vegas I feel like charges way too much for soda, but it is what it is. So that being said, this is an $11 breakfast. I can't complain. Let's give it a bite, see if it is worth those cost savings and $11. I remember enjoying Earl of Sandwich. I don't know if I've ever had their breakfast though. You know, it's not mind-blowing, but for what it is, a breakfast sandwich, it's fine. The sausage has good seasoning to it, not quite as strong as McDonald's, but like close. The egg is fluffy, cooked well. The cheese is salty and cheesy and cheddary. Nice sharpness to it. The bread is toasty, warm, soft. A pretty good sandwich. Again, the extra charge is really just for some Miss Vicky's barbecue potato chips and some Pepsi, but you know, I love barbecue potato chips. Couldn't say no. been a while. Man, these are good.
Now for my option, I went with a breakfast that was closest to $25 without going over, and that's going to be $8.99 for a breakfast burrito. This is going to be bacon, egg, and cheese. It looks pretty fat. It's got some potato inside. Pretty decent sized burrito for $8.99. So let's give it a bite.
We did opt to have the sour cream removed because, frankly, I don't see why you put sour cream in a breakfast burrito. That seems weird to me.
It's not a bad burrito for $8.99. It's well worth the cost. It's not mind-blowing, but it's got all your breakfast stuff. I can't complain with egg, bacon, potato. You know, I do make breakfast burritos at home. So with egg, bacon, potato, I like the little bits of pico in it. Again, not mind-blowing, but for $8.99, I will not say no. Now, again, I also did mine as a combo so I can get my little Diet Mountain Dew. So do keep in mind, if you're looking for sugar-free soda options, your choices are going to be Diet Mountain Dew or Diet Pepsi. Not much options for us people that like it sugar-free. But speaking of hypocritical,
Right, as you get the cookie.
Sugar cookie.
You're such a hypocrite.
But you know what? I'm saving on sugar here so I can have sugar here. Is it a good sugar cookie?
I mean,
It's been wrapped up and sat out there. So.
yeah, who knows?
Okay, it's a chewy cookie. That's a good sign. It's not firm. It's definitely heavy on the shortening.
I was gonna say, it looks like it's made from shortening.
Yeah, you can tell it's made from shortening. So with all that being said, we're gonna move on to our next breakfast stop tomorrow. But for you, it'll be a few seconds. For us, it'll be a whole day. Stay tuned.
Alrighty, everyone, for our fifth and final stop of our affordable breakfast video here, we're heading to actually my spot for my favorite Bloody Mary, which happens to be favorite Bistro here at the Link Promenade. So we actually haven't ever had a full meal here, so this will be a first for us. But looking at their menu, their breakfast prices seem very reasonable. So let's go check them out.
Okay, we've been seated here at Favorite Bistro. It's a chilly day, it's raining. This is like the perfect type of vibe. Now, we decided to order our breakfast here. If you look at the menu on the screen, you will notice that there is a fruit plate and a parfait that is slightly lower. We're gonna kind of forgo that because look at us, we need something a little bit more hearty. But do know that that is an option.
Right, so we're breaking our own rules with this whole cheapest thing on the menu just for today.
Just for today. So yes, there is a steak and egg special here for $18.95. And then I also went with a hangover burger, which is the closest to 25 without going over at $23.95.
My voice is shot though. I can't wait to get some hot coffee going. It's been a long trip. 7 days of Vegas is, in my opinion, more than any person should do for a Vegas vacation. I get there's a lot of you out there, especially coming from outside the US, that are here like 10 days, 15 days. I admire your fortitude, my friends, because I can't do that. By day 7, I'm ready to die.
5 minutes later.
All right, guys. So before we get to our affordable breakfast, because there's no way there could be a shot of me without this being in the frame, I've got to show you the Bloody Mary. This is Favorite Bistro's famous Bloody Mary that the garnishes are a meal in themselves. So this is not affordable. I can't lie. It is an expense. It is $41.95 for this Bloody Mary, but in my opinion, it is one of the things here that is most worth it. So I couldn't say no. I had to get the Bloody Mary. Let's give it a taste. Just as good as I remember it. Let's try a little garnish here. I don't even know what I want to start. I guess I'm gonna start with the chicken wings at the top. I wish more Bloody Marys came with onion rings. Yum. All right, moving the Bloody Mary over slightly so I can focus on breakfast for now, because that's really why we're here. So I went with their steak and egg special, which is a daily special for served from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. for $18.95 for a New York strip, 2 eggs, potatoes, and toast. Pretty good deal if you ask me. That's a hearty breakfast. Now, they did bring me steak sauce, so that's always kind of makes me worry, but I'm not too concerned. I mean, I know what I'm getting into here. It's not gonna be an amazing steak. Nice beefy flavor to it, good char on it. As for medium rare, looks like as I'm getting further into it, it's probably closer to medium, so, you know, can't complain too much. Delicious. Admittedly, my expectations for breakfast steak and eggs is much lower than a regular steak. Let's try the potatoes now. Yummy potatoes. All right, now let's go in for a little toast and egg here. Just gonna dunk that into my sunny side up egg. I love a nice gooey sunny side up egg. And they got the nice crispy edges on those eggs too, which is what I like. Fantastic. What more can I ask for Vegas breakfast? Steak, eggs, toast, potatoes. I'm here for it.
So I decided to go with the closest breakfast to 25 without going over. That is going to be their hangover burger. Now you do also have an option of a smoked salmon avocado toast, but let's be real, I didn't want to go healthy today. I wanted a big burger. So this is going to be a half-pound Black Angus patty, caramelized onions, Swiss cheese, bacon, mayo, and a sunny side up egg. So it is basically your breakfast type burger. Oh, it's hefty. I mean, they said a half-pound patty. I can see the egg right here. Are we gonna get a yolk drop? That is the question.
You always manage to get yolk all over you.
I know, I gotta try and, oh, the yolk right here is,
That's dangerous.
that is dangerous.
You in danger, girl.
So let's dive in and give it a bite. The burger patty has a little bit more seasoning and flavor than I was expecting, because sometimes when you get a burger, it's just the normal beefy flavor. They definitely salt and peppered that patty. Didn't get enough bite of the bacon and egg, but the cheese adds that other depth of flavor. Bun is a brioche, it's soft. This is a great burger, and for $23.95, served with fries, this is a generous portion of fries. Let's give them a bite.
I've never had their fries.
No, the fries are actually pretty good. They salted them perfectly. I can't complain about anything for this price. If you want to start your morning off with a burger and fries, it's Vegas. Let's do it. I think Favorite Bistro met the assignment here. So we're gonna finish up our breakfast here, and we will go ahead and be back to you with our final thoughts on which affordable breakfast we thought was our favorite here in this video.
Alrighty guys, so we have hooked it over to Harrah's from the Link Promenade because it's raining and we didn't want to stand out in the rain when we were doing our final thoughts. So just wanted to say that we really enjoyed Favorite Bistro. Now I also want to say thank you to Favorite Bistro because they hooked us up with a 20% discount. Again, we did not ask for that. We never ask for discounts, but if they're going to offer one, we'll happily accept it, but we also want to disclose it. So yeah, they took 20% off the entire bill, which was lovely, as well as gave us those espresso martinis. That being said, this has been a super fun video. I do love doing the breakfast videos.
Oh, the breakfast ones are fun.
I love breakfast. I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal. That being said, where would you say was your favorite spot on this video?
It depends if you're rating it on, specifically on affordability, or if you're rating it on just like was food quality. So I'm gonna say affordability, I would say Crack Shack, but also they delivered on taste as well.
I think Crack Shack overall was really good. Like I was pleasantly surprised because when I went in, my expectations were low for their breakfast, but honestly, they kind of shocked me with just quality, affordability.
If I want to say what my favorite was, though, I would have to be Nacho Daddy, because that omelet was like rolling up your Nacho Daddy nachos into an omelet.
Yeah, I will say this, the quality at Nacho Daddy was good. The flavors were amazing. Even that little breakfast sandwich that we had, that was cheesy and full of flavor.
I will say my other one that I enjoyed was Favorite Bistro. I think they kind of fall right there in the middle. They were a little closer to that $25 price point, so I can't give them anything,
I can't give them extra points for being affordable, but again, they're still
an amazing option.
For us, for what we consider to be affordable in Las Vegas, even and beyond, and we're looking at this through the vacation lens. We know that when we go places on vacation, we're not going for grand slams at, what, $8.99 or whatever Denny's charges nowadays. We're looking for a quality meal that's not gonna break the budget. And the thing is, there's plenty of places on the strip where you're gonna spend well over $25 for a very basic breakfast. Now, Earl of Sandwich was good for a sheer, cheap as freaking possible breakfast that's not McDonald's. All in all, they pleasantly surprised me. Flights was a lot of fun, and I like the fact that you get different variations of things. That hash skillet flight was, that was a lot of bang for your buck. On that note, my friends, if you've enjoyed today's video, please consider hitting that like button, as well as subscribing to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And while you're at it, don't forget to ring that little bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Try It All is released, hopefully every single Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because each week we're going to bring you more Las Vegas content featuring hotel reviews, attraction reviews, restaurant reviews, and more.
We do want to also say thank you so much for all of your support to the channel by liking, commenting, and just sharing your feedback and stories with us. It really matters.
Absolutely, guys. You are the star of the show and the reason that we keep making these videos. If it weren't for you guys, we would have quit this channel a long time ago. So thank you very, very much for your continued support.
On that note, it's time to wrap this up. And until next time, have a great one.
Have a great one, guys. Bye.